Well, hey everybody, it is Sunday, January 18th, as I record this video, and thank you for joining me on my, what is now been my weekly trip to get gas. Thank you for, coming along on these car rides with me. It gives me time to talk, time to think, and, just unload my burden to the camera, let you know what I'm thinking and feeling. It's especially nice after going out and having a big day like I did yesterday, out in LA, or Pomona, for being more precise, the city of Pomona, at the Anime Impulse convention / Asian American Festival. That was a great time, by the way. I hope you watched that video. I had a really fun time there with my daughter, and got to see a lot of really cool things. And so yeah, if you haven't watched that video, please do go back and watch my video that takes place at Anime Impulse LA. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. And hopefully you've been enjoying all of these kind of daily vlogs, video diaries, whatever you want to refer to it as, that I've been doing. I see a few of the same people commenting on each video, so I want to thank you so much for that, for the people who are leaving messages, particularly my mother, who is my biggest supporter, as you would hope your mother would be. So thank you, Mom. I love you so much, and I appreciate you, commenting. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do today. Saturday was a big day. Spent a lot of time away from home, basically all day. We left pretty early in the morning. Took about 2 hours to drive up, and then we were at the event for, probably about 5 or 6 hours, and then it took another about 3 hours to drive home. So it was just out all day, and then I spent all night editing the video to make sure it was ready for Sunday morning to watch by everybody. And obviously, the weekends are my free time, and that's when I can go out and do something interesting. Obviously, it's hard for me to do interesting, fun things on weekdays because I'm working. But it just didn't materialize. Everything that I thought about doing just didn't work out. I had talked about a few days ago wanting to kind of do this interesting big project about exploring things in my past, and the person who I wanted to film that with wasn't available, so that kind of got iced. For now, it's going to happen. I just, it needs to, the timing didn't work out, unfortunately. Went out to lunch earlier today at the mall with Kelly and Enid, and I thought about maybe filming something there, because they just kind of did this big kind of revamp of our local mall, and I just wasn't feeling it. You get into a mood and you just aren't feeling it. Right? For whatever reason, I've just been kind of in a sour mood today, and nothing really triggered it. It just happens sometimes. Everybody gets in sour moods, and today I was just kind of in a sour mood. I tried to film something earlier with Enid. She got some Pokemon cards. I was like, oh, maybe we can open your cards on camera and just show them off. And I didn't have any enthusiasm in the video, and I just didn't feel like it was worth putting out there. So you're not seeing it. Sorry. Just a little bit dour, a little bit sour. That's how I've been feeling today. Well, apparently the gas station closes early on Sundays. It's not open. What the heck? All right, well, hey, this This whole day has just been a bust, huh? Let's, man, that's a real bummer. I can't believe it. It's just not, today wasn't in the cards. But that's all right. Not every day is in the cards, you know? Some days you got it all figured out. Other days, the gas station's closed. It doesn't always work out, Mr. Twain. It just doesn't, unfortunately. So I noticed, I talked about how I was kind of in a sour mood today. And something that kind of lifted my spirits a little bit was I watched a movie. And you might be thinking, oh, did you watch something really fun like Back to the Future, or, you know, the Muppet movie, something that really, like, you know, makes you happy? No. I ended up watching a 1984 film called A Passage to India. Stars this woman, Judy Davis, and that's really the only person who I remember. It's got a lot of, it's a British film set in India. Got a lot of, you know, British actors. Oh, Alec Guinness is in it. He plays Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars trilogy, but he plays an Indian guy, so they like put him in brown face. It was really kind of Anyways, this movie, A Passage to India, it's about these two British women, an older woman and a younger woman. They're visiting the older woman's son, who's also the fiance of the younger woman. He's a magistrate in India. This is the 1920s, and they are under British rule at that time. Anyway, so the movie just starts off. It's about a 2.5-hour movie, and the first hour and a half is really just these women kind of just going around India. They want to experience the culture. They want to learn about India, meet Indian people, and the British people who are there obviously think all Indian people are like, you know, savages and dirty and awful people who, you know, need to live under British rule, right? And these two women don't think that. But, you know, the British people who are there can't understand why they would respect Indian people in any way. So you're kind of watching this movie, and you're seeing these women kind of have an adventure. They go on different excursions. They meet an Indian doctor, and they meet another British man who's like a school teacher, and he's one of the few British people there who like respects India, Indian people, and the Indian culture, and all that. So they go with this doctor to explore some caves out in the wilderness. They're very like renowned caves, you know, spiritual caves to the Indian people, and they go to explore. And they go into one cave, and the older woman kind of has a spell, and she can't go on any further. She doesn't feel well. Turns out that she has a heart problem. She dies of a heart attack later in the film. And so the younger woman and the doctor go off and the guide go off to explore some caves higher in these mountains. And for some reason, the woman breaks off from the doctor and the guide, and she goes off by herself into a cave. You see her light a match, and then she begins crying, and then she runs out of this cave kind of screaming and gets cut up by some cactus, and she's taken back to, to town. And she's with the British people, and they immediately sedate her, and they're like pulling cactus needles out of her, and they basically coerce her into giving this statement about how the doctor tried to sexually assault her in this movie, or in this cave. Still talking about the movie. And there's this whole big thing. He's arrested. There's a big trial, and eventually the woman, she goes onto the stand, and she still kind of believes that these things happened to her. But again, she wrote a confession while she was heavily sedated and under suggestion from the British people who she's staying with. And as she's on the witness stand, giving her testimony, she realizes that everything she said isn't true. This guy didn't really try to hurt her and all this stuff. And he's let free, and everybody's, goes on, and the movie ends. So why did that bring me out of my dour mood? Because it was so well made. And before I became a computer programmer, it's kind of my, that's my day job. I write computer code. I wanted to be a filmmaker, right? I wanted to make movies. I wanted to write movies. And so, when I see like this movie, A Passage to India, it's a great work of art. It's a great film. It really shows the power of a good script. It shows the power of great acting, and just how putting yourself into a situation or a story that you have never experienced before yourself, a place you've never experienced before, really just kind of opens you up to joy, I guess. It broadens your mind and your thinking, and it allows you to appreciate the artistic achievements of human beings, and what we can make if we truly believe in something. So, A Passage to India, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I ended up purchasing it on Fandango at Home. It's like a digital movie site you can buy movies on. I don't think it's streaming on anything, but check it out. If you can find it somewhere, check it out. It's a great movie. A Passage to India, starring Judy Davis. It was nominated for a ton of Oscars, 11 Oscars. It won 3. It won Best Supporting Actress, Best... shit, I already forgot. Best Costumes, and Best Score. Or no. Nominated for... It definitely won Best Supporting Actress, and it definitely won a Sound Award. I think it was Best Sound. Anyway. Yeah, check it out. Passage to India. That's gonna be it for me today. I really have nothing else to say or do. I thought I was getting gas, but the gas station's closed. So, what are you gonna do about that? All right. What song am I thinking of today? Well, gee, I didn't really think of many songs. I was in too much of a pissy mood. So let's just go with "Puke on Cops" by NoFX. Everyone go listen to "Puke on Cops" by NoFX. Bye.